Alright, hey everyone, Steve here back on the layout. Just a quick update. We got the golden spike in, and that is what's connecting our upper level to the Helix to the lower level. Finally finished my Helix construction. Lasted about a month or so. About a month, maybe a little bit longer. And now we've got the Helix, as you can see, the 5 levels. It's pretty much done. And there's my upper level. It comes down from Cajon, Blue Cut, and then hits Keenbrook right before it starts making its way down the Helix. So the gray area, or I'm sorry, the track with the gray ties is obviously what will be visible scenery. And then about right here where the wooden ties begin, that's kind of what I'll have a scenery divider, probably like the 215 freeway that the trains will disappear behind before they'll come out at the Helix and come out at the bottom of the Helix. And then on the bottom of the Helix right here we'll have another it'll really be like the other side of the 215 that they're coming underneath. And then they'll start making their way down the lower level to Duvor and San Bernardino, the yard, staging yards, and so on. So, but yeah, now I've got one of the 4 tracks complete. Main 2 right now is connected all the way down, and the goal is to work on main 1 next. That way we can hopefully get one continuous loop on the layout on the lower level. Alright, so kind of wanted to show you guys a little bit of the Helix in operation. This is BNSF, or actually ATSF 5014. He's actually a short manifest or work train, whatever you want to call it, just testing the Helix. And he's going to be running at a speed step 6. And he's making his way up the first level. And again, for those that haven't been following along too much on the Helix build, my Helix, it's about 2.5 inches separate each level. And the incline, decline is actually the incline, sorry, not the decline. It's about a 1.25% grade on the inner or the outer tracks, and then the inner tracks are a little bit steeper, 1.75, just because obviously there's less track to less distance for them to go the same height. Alright, coming up level 3. I'm not gonna videotape every pass, just kind of the highlights as he comes by, because otherwise it'll be a really long video. Level 4. Just different angle, I just moved around a little bit. And I've had no issues with trains coming up and down the Helix. Now he's coming up level 5. And this is all new track. And making his way up Keenbrook The blue tape is just where I'm starting to mask off. I gotta. I use the plumber's putty or spackling compound, or whatever it is, to fill in between my tracks, so later on I don't have as much ballast that I have wasted. Alright, he's passing an intermodal parked on main 1. Because main 1 ends right about just south of Blue Cut right now, and I need to get more track down. Sorry, trying to walk, film, and talk at the same time. Train's just passing Cajon and entering Sullivan's Curve. And he's on speed step 6, so if this was running real trains, I could probably slow this guy down just a little bit, maybe speed step 4 or 5. But again, this is just for a video to show everything's working. And I did a test run on this prior to filming this, and it took about, I think, 9.5 minutes to come up the Helix, around the upper level, and then over back down the upper level to the beginning of the Helix. So it's going to be a pretty good sized layout when all said and done. It's level, but when the lower level's finished, probably looking at about a 30-minute run around the layout, both levels. Alright, so the train's entering the reversing loop under Sullivan's Curve. Go in there on main 2, come back out up on main 1. But yeah, the Helix, it's not bad. It's doing the job. It's not the prettiest, but we'll get some removable fascia on it. Probably some removable fascia panels on the outside, and or maybe even some permanent. I haven't decided yet. I can get to the Helix from the inside. It's accessible. I have plenty of room inside it. I can get my hands to all 4 tracks from both sides. So, but I'll probably go ahead and still make the panels removable on the outside. At least then it'll make it a little more easier to look at. Alright, train's coming back up main 1 now. And he's gonna hit my reversing loop, or the auto reverser. You'll hear it click. There it goes. That's about where my other scenery break will be. I'll have the 15 freeway there, kind of passing over, and where the train passes behind to go down to the reversing loop under Sullivan's Curve, that won't be visible. All this, the wooden flex track, or the track with wood ties, all that will be eventually hidden with scenery, but it will be accessible from underneath in case I need to get underneath. Alright, train's coming back down Sullivan's Curve in main 1. Entering Cajon. Sorry, I gotta jump ahead here to get a hold of the controller. Otherwise we're gonna have a rear end. And that's where we end for now, just because the intermodal is parked and out of track to continue. Yeah, so I'm gonna start working main 1 down Blue Cut and see how far I can get. The only problem is I only have 4 large pieces of flex track with the concrete ties left. Unfortunately, Micro Engineering is still not making those, and I can only go so far. So probably what I'll end up having to do is I'll probably have to do what I can with concrete and then switch over to wooden, and then later on, once the concrete comes back out, I'll just pull that wooden flex track up and use it in the yard or repurpose it somewhere else. So, but anyway, that's all for now. Quick kind of video on what we've got done in the last since the last update, and yeah, now we can actually run a train up the Helix from the short little, just have some temporary track down there on the lower level. We can run it all the way up the Helix and up through Blue Cut, or Keenbrook, Blue Cut, and Cajon around the upper level. So that's all for now. I'll probably add I have some other run-bys I can put behind this video. So I'll probably either include them in this or have a separate video coming out with some of them where I was testing. Alright guys, thanks for checking out the video, and until next time, take care.
once a week to 4 weeks, you should be well on your way of doing espresso. So, if you guys are interested in that, like I said, it will need... Well, thank you, Martin. I appreciate that. No, I guess it's like, YouTube is a wealth of information. And I'm serious about that, because anything I need to do...